You're not gonna like this, but maybe it's not racism. Maybe you just suck. Maybe you don't have to work 2 times harder than white people. Maybe you just need to work 2 times harder than you've ever worked in your entire life. Maybe you didn't get the job because you just weren't the right fit. Maybe you didn't get the promotion because sometimes someone else moved differently than you behind the scenes. Maybe they don't like you, not because of your race, but because your personality could use some work. Maybe you talk more than you listen. Maybe you're just not that easy to be around right now. And that's not demeaning. Because if it is you, you can change that. If it's racism, then you're stuck waiting for somebody else to fix the world. But if it is you, you can grow and improve. And that's not shame. Knowing that your excellence isn't limited by your race, but only by your effort, that's one of the most freeing realizations that you'll ever have. But if that offends you, that's probably because you're offended by the fact that you'll have to work really hard. And if that bothers you, then maybe you just don't deserve what excellent people get.
She's right. She's absolutely right. Every person that I've personally ever come across that has complained that they didn't get a position because of racism, or because they got pulled over because they were black, or because, these group of men wouldn't date you because they only like white women, or insert trauma slash, whatever it is the problem. And then the reason is because you're black. I see 1,000 videos. I seen a woman that was saying that she has to move from Glendale, California. Y'all might have even seen this one, but I'll probably do a separate review video on it. She has to move from Glendale, California because she's a black girl in white spaces. Now, when I went over to Glendale, California, and I spent a little bit of time over there, I had no problems whatsoever. Sometimes I go into spaces that's all black, and I'm fine. And I go into spaces that's all white, and I'm fine. And I go into spaces that's all Arabic, and I'm fine. And I've never had a problem getting a job, and never had a problem being led up the corporate ladder because I was just okay. And I learned how to be nice to other people in good spaces, and I never used race as an excuse. And I've done a lot better than a lot of the people that don't even look like me, that coming from, environments that are better than me, but I've done incredibly well for myself. And for whatever reason, I haven't been held back by white supremacy. And I was born in the blackest city in America, in Detroit, Michigan. Maybe it's you. She's absolutely right. Perhaps it's because you may have a bad attitude, and nobody owes anybody anything. And so you have to be a little bit more mindful of your attitude or how you see things, and you may have to change some things so that you can be more successful. But the first thing that you have to do is you have to stop blaming everybody else for your problems. That's the only way to get out of this mire, this muck that you're in. And most of the people that I talk to, if you start to deep dive further enough, then you'll find out that it actually is them. 99.9% of the time, it's you.
I'm not sure if you noticed this, but we are currently entering an era where the so-called white American does not care about your feelings. Yes, as a black American, many white Americans do not care about your feelings. Right now, it's fuck your feelings. I don't care if you call me a racist.
I almost feel like everybody stole that from me. Anywho,
Oh, yeah, that's the attitude with many white Americans in today's world. And guess what? Call me crazy. Call me crazy. But I'm happy that this is happening. I am. See, because for decades, and I mean decades, the white American has to walk on eggshells of trying not to offend the so-called black American by making them feel like they're less than. See, whatever the white American does or say, they are easily labeled a racist, and it ruins their livelihood because they don't want. They're scared to offend the Black American. At least that was a point in time. Today, complete opposite. Fuck your feelings. I don't care anymore. Have you seen the amount of so-called blackface content released this year? A bunch of them. A bunch of them. That's basically them saying, fuck your feelings. And you know what's even crazier? Many white Americans are not even racist. That's the whole point. They're not even racist. They're not even terrible people. Of course, some of them are, but everyone's racist. But my point is, many of them are not even racist, but they can easily be labeled one by doing something or saying something. They can easily be labeled a racist. And they know this. I know this.
We all know it. And everybody is so easily offended, so sensitive. And I just want to get back to a time where we just was honest about what we really believed and what we really felt without trying to cancel other people that may feel differently than us. And even if somebody disagrees with you, and even if somebody may be racist, how does that hurt me? I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, it's not going to stop me from doing anything that I want to do when I want to do it. And that's a them problem. That's not a you problem. That's a them problem. Because any person that I've ever heard proclaim on the internet to be racist is corny and they poor and they don't have no power whatsoever. I want to know who people really are. I want to know what people really think. Even if you got a difference of opinion than me, doesn't mean that I'm going to remove your humanity. Whether you're a black person that's racist or a white person that's racist, I'm just tired of people making an excuse as to why they can't be successful.
Like I said, we're now entering an era where they just do not care anymore.
They don't.
And it's beautiful.
Really
It is dope. I'm happy more of them are becoming vocal and they're deciding to stop walking on eggshells of trying not to offend the so-called Black American. Right now, it is fuck your feelings. And
What if I walked into a restaurant and they just so happen to be racist, right? And they're overtly, like they tell me that they're racist. Do I want to eat there? Or do I have the option of leaving and going spending my money elsewhere? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, even if you are, you just save me some money so then I can go and eat somewhere else. You lose. You are hurt.
and I'm happy it's happening.
I just want to ask black folks something. Why do y'all want to be oppressed so bad? Why do y'all want to experience the slavery mentality? I don't give a fuck about slavery. I've never been a slave and I don't plan on being one. I'm not going to drag the chains of my ancestors into my life. The generational curses stop here. The slave mentality stop here. Because to be honest with you, I've never been oppressed. I've never been held back. I've never been hurt by anybody white. You know who I've been hurt the most by? Held back?
Black people.
And people that have stopped me from gaining things were people that look like me.
Facts.
I only been oppressed by my own people.
All the time.
And that's the sad part. They want you to turn a blind eye to their cruelty to us, their own people.
Yep.
I've never been hurt or held back by anybody white. I only been hurt and held back by the people that look like me. Let that sink in.
And here's the thing, it's not all black people. Because as you can see, there are black people that just logically don't believe that everything is inherently racist, or they also can share the experience and say, I've never been treated or been done dirty by a white person. And it don't mean that there's not white people that are dirty. It means that that's not my experience, and so that's not what I'm about to lean into. I'm not leaning into the oppression Olympics. Similarly, I have been done dirty by black people, and maybe that's a little bit by proximity, but because maybe it's not by proximity, because it's a lot of black people that talk negatively. Only people that talk negatively about me even online is black people. But that doesn't mean that that's all black people, and it doesn't affect me whatsoever because I'm continuing to be successful. Fact of the matter is, we got to stop running in the victim Olympics. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Henley 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. Love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later. Peace.